Nintendo Direct, February 17th. Most of you are probably watching this video the day of, and hopefully you guys watch it before, because I don't know the Direct yet. I haven't watched it yet because I'm recording this the day before. However, I will say some things we know. First thing we know is that we already know that the amiibos for Terry, for Banjo, and for Byleth, the end of Fighter 1, because Joker and Hero amiibos are already out. I have it in my display case. They look great. Those come out in the end of March. I think they come out March 26th, I want to say, but they come out towards the end of March. And usually the characters come out around that time, but sometimes they don't come out the same day. Sometimes they come out the week before. Sometimes they come out the same week. It's kind of unusual. You never really know. And of course with Sephiroth, they just skipped that whole process. They said, well, fuck it. They just decided he needs to come out during the Game Awards. Nintendo is hitting hard right now because we know that E3 is confirmed. And I think that means that there's going to be a big character during E3. Now, it could be the final character, it could be the next character, but it seemed like right after E3 is confirmed, Nintendo's like, hey, we're doing a Direct. Nintendo hasn't done a damn Direct in like over a year. Or sorry, it's been almost a year, I think. But if you know, like last year, Nintendo kept doing these little mini Directs where they would show off like 3 things. And then they would also do this thing where they would just show like a new Mario game. But boom, new Mario game's happening. Like, they would just randomly do that. And then they would have their Smash Directs. I still think we're going to get a Sakurai Presents Smash Direct. But what they used to do with Smash characters is they would do a trailer like months ahead of time and then say, oh, now we're going to show you the character. But they stopped doing that around Byleth. And with Byleth, they just said, hey, we're just going to do a thing and we're going to show Byleth, and Byleth is going to come out like in a few days. Or like in a week or so. They did the same thing with Min Min. They're like, we're just going to show you guys Min Min, and now you know it's Min Min. And next week, it was like in a month later or something like that. Was it a week? I don't know. It was like sometime later Min Min came out, but we had to wait. And they did the same thing with Steve. They made us wait after they showed off Steve's that he existed. And then finally with Sephiroth, they're like, and you guys are going to have to wait again, except unless you do this boss battle where you do challenge mode. So what I'm hoping is that they're showing this character now. That way the next character can come out the day that they show off the Sakurai Presents. That's what I'm really hoping for, because that's what they used to do. That's what they did with Terry. That's what they did with Hero and Banjo. So, I mean, typically, and Joker didn't have a Sakurai Presents, but he had like this trailer video, and it was like, he comes out tomorrow. So it was like, that's what they do. And so I'm hoping that's what they're going to do, is they're going to show this character early, and then we get really hyped for it, and then they're going to actually show how he really plays later. Because with the Sephiroth thing and with the Steve thing, they were like, okay, here's the character, and in like 3 days you're going to see the Sakurai Presents. So I don't think we're going to see a Sakurai Presents in like 3 days. I think we're going to see it in March. I think the character's going to come out in March, and I think they're trying to show the character off now in February. And I think the reason why they're doing it probably is because they can actually show off a lot of things, because Nintendo kept doing those little mini Directs, and now they're going to do a big Direct. Now, what do I think we're going to see in this big Direct? Well, I do want to say, we know for a fact there's going to be a Smash character, because on the tweet, it didn't mention any games except for content for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It literally mentioned Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the tweet. So they want us to watch this. They want us to see, because you know why? It's because they don't want people to be spoiled. They want people to watch the trailer and go, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Because they know people like doing that. And I mean, the Sephiroth reveal was insane. No one saw that coming. And I mean, some people were thinking Sephiroth could get in, but we weren't thinking Sephiroth was going to be shown right there. I think everyone's jaw collectively dropped at the same time. I mean, that was a huge announcement. And I don't know if it's going to be something that crazy, but the thing is that the trailers are always fun to watch. Sometimes the trailers spoil it right off the bat. Lately, they haven't been. With Steve and Sephiroth, it was really hard to figure out who it was going to be. So they want us to see this. They want us to watch the Direct because they want people to not be spoiled on the Smash character. There's going to be a Smash character revealed. It's probably going to be just a trailer. We're probably going to see some gameplay and stuff, because they always show some gameplay and some trailer stuff. But I have a feeling it's going to be big. And the reason why I think this is because they keep advertising the hell out of this Direct. So either the Smash character is going to be big, or there's going to be a huge announcement in the Nintendo Direct. Now, the thing is that there's 3 characters left, and the only 2 guesses I have that I'm really solid on are Ryu Hayabusa and a new Pokemon character. Those are the only 2 I've been super solid on this entire time. The reason why I still haven't given up hope on Ryu Hayabusa is because I really feel like if they were not going to put Hayabusa in, he would have a spirit by now. He would have a spirit by now. I mean, look at all the other game characters who have spirits. I just feel like Hayabusa would have a spirit by now. I don't think he'd have a spirit with the game, But like they always introduce new spirits as the games, as Smash lives on. They've always introduced spirits from other games that haven't been represented in Smash yet, and we're this far into it. We're on Season Pass 2, or Fighter Pass 2 is what they call it, and we're halfway through the pass, and we're about to get to 4 out of 6 characters, which is past halfway, and they still don't have Hayabusa after this many DLC characters. I mean, I'm just saying, if they're not going to have the spirit by now, I feel like they're not going to do a Hayabusa spirit, and that's because Hayabusa is coming as a playable character, which I think is totally warranted. It's totally a valid choice. There's no reason why they can't do Hayabusa, so I'm thinking Hayabusa is definitely getting in. And a new Pokemon just seems obvious. The same reason why they chose Byleth. I knew that Byleth would eventually appear in Smash. I thought Byleth and the Pokemon would both appear in Fighter Pass 2, but here we are. So it could be a filler character, and I think Ryo Hayabusa would be considered a filler character. I don't think the world would go hype over him, and I'm trying to think who is left that would make everyone go really insanely hyped. The only thing I can think of would be like the Doom guy or Master Chief, which they won't do because they already did Minecraft Steve, so I'm pretty sure Master Chief's not going to happen unless they do a Fighter Pass 3, but I still think it's not going to happen. And I mean, no matter what, like, who else could they do? They're not going to do Sora because they just did Sephiroth. So, in my mind, what's left is something like Dante from Devil May Cry. That would be a huge character announcement. We haven't had a single Capcom character yet, but I don't think they would do this for something like Monster Hunter. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I really don't know here who this character could be, but it could be, there's a lot of possibilities here. I do think Dante does have a chance of getting in, but I don't know. However, Nintendo's really advertising this Direct. I mean, and it's been the first Direct in a long time, so maybe that's why. I could be reading in it too much, but I think that this is a sign there's going to be a big character. Could be Crash Bandicoot. That could be a crazy character that people go crazy for. So there's some options here for this character being absolutely insane. But if it's a more filler-esque character, like a Pokemon character or like Ryo Hayabusa, I think that's fine, because what they could be advertising this for is because there's going to be a big game announcement. Now, we know that Metroid Prime 4 is in development, and we know that Bayonetta 3 is in development, but I'm not sure. To me, it's always like, will we ever see these games? I never know. We know that Breath of the Wild 2 is in development. It's like, again, will we ever see this game? I just don't know. It's like we never get to see these 3 games, So we might see them, but we might not. I do know that Persona 5 Scramble is about to come out. It comes out in very soon. It comes out very soon this month. It comes out in 3 or 4 days from now. And I mean, I already have it pre-ordered on my PS4, but I'm just saying, it's coming to Switch, so it's very likely we're going to see some Persona 5 Scrambled footage. I'm hoping we see more for No More Heroes 3, because every time we see something new for No More Heroes 3, I could just get really happy. I rebeat No More Heroes 1 and 2 on my Switch, and I mean, I feel like the Switch version is the best way to play it, so I'm very happy that they ported the first game is all you need to play, but if you really like the first game, then I could totally recommend playing the sequel, but don't play the sequel before the first game. The first game is so much better. The first game's a masterpiece in my opinion. I love that game. So, and Trevor Strikes Again is also a very good game. So if you have a Switch, which you probably should because you probably like Smash if you're watching this video, I definitely recommend No More Heroes. Even though we know Travis isn't coming to Smash, that doesn't matter. So I'm hoping No More Heroes 3 gets some love, gets a shout out. And yeah, I don't know what we'll see. Oh yeah, I forgot Mortal Kombat. If they put Scorpion in Smash, I will just go crazy. I will go crazy. I doubt we'll get Resident Evil. So it's like one of those things where it's like, what will we see? What will we see tomorrow? What would be the crazy hype announcement? But I have a feeling that this and E3 they're going to show off characters, and so I think this is going to be a big announcement. And I think that if they wait into a character, they show the character now, but then he actually gets released in March, like the end of March, then I would assume the next character would come out either in May, and wait, is E3 in June or July? I think E3 is in June, so maybe a character comes out in March. Actually, if a character comes out in February, then a character can come out in April, and then a character can come out in June. Ooh, I just realized we might actually have the character in February and not have him in... Because if you think about it, that's like once every other month, right? Because it was Steve, and then like Steve was in what, November? No, Steve was in October. Then Sephiroth was in December. I remember thinking that was really soon. Well, I don't know. We might get a character in March. I think a character in March makes the most sense, but I think a character will be no. If they reveal a character during E3, then he can come out in July. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll probably see a character come out in March, and then we'll probably see a character revealed at E3, and then he'll actually come out in July. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And then I think the last character, either E3 will reveal the last two characters, or they'll only reveal the next character. But they could do it like the double deal with Banjo and Hero were both revealed at E3. They could do that again. So we'll see. I'm glad E3's back. That's all I have to say. So yeah, we'll see what we get with these next few characters. But I'm really excited. It's definitely going to be an announcement tomorrow. So I don't have too much to add besides I just what I think about that. I just think the character's going to come out in March. And I think the character is going to be a big deal. So that's something to get excited for, something to be hyped about. It's 4 o'clock my time, but it's like 2 p.m. Eastern time or something like that. I don't fucking know. It's 4 o'clock my time. Either way, hope you guys are excited as I am. And, I mean, I was just thinking the other day, I'm totally fine with just playing a Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth's like the best DLC character they've ever done. I think he just plays amazing, and I feel like he's really balanced. I feel like he's not too broken or too bad. I feel like he's good, and I feel like he's really good, and he can win matchups as long as you try your best. So, I think Sephiroth is a very good character. Either he's really top tier character, or it's just a character that I'm really good with. You know, it's one or the other. I don't know. I feel like he's really top tier, but people keep saying he's not. But I feel like he's very, very good. And either way, he's fun to play. That's what's important. So Steve is the opposite of that. I think Steve is not very good. I think he's a really bad character, and but at least his gameplay is fun if you're playing like free for all, or if you're playing tag team battles. I think that's fun. I just don't think he's that fun like by himself in a 1v1 scenario. But hopefully the next character will be more like Sephiroth and less like Min Min and Steve, who I don't think are very fun, and I didn't think those characters were very hype anyway. So. I know people went crazy over Steve, but I think those people aren't really the people who play Smash that much anyway. I'm not going to judge people or hate on people who like Minecraft Steve or Minecraft. That's fine. A lot of my friends were happy about Steve, but you know, I want like a character who can function and play really well. That's what I really want. So you need characters like Steve. You know, you need characters like that in Smash. That's the point of Smash. That's the beauty of Smash, is having characters like Steve. So I'm not here saying Steve is a bad choice at all by any means. But I kind of knew if they were very faithful to his gameplay that he wouldn't be a very fun character, and I think I was right on that. Whereas Sephiroth is an extremely fun character, and that's what we want. We want more characters like Sephiroth. So I'm not saying I want another sword fighter, but if Crash plays really well, you know, for example, then I would be fine with that. So, but I do think that Dante has a chance, and I do think that Ryu Hayabusa has a chance, but. I definitely think one of the other characters will be a Pokemon, which means definitely not a sword fighter. So we'll see what we get here. There's 3 characters left, and Hayabusa and a Pokemon still haven't been picked. So if Hayabusa and a Pokemon aren't picked next, even though there's only 2 characters left, that means I'm either 100% right on my last 2 predictions, or one of them's not getting in. And to me, the idea of a new Pokemon not getting in is crazy, but it is DLC, so I guess the rules of a new Pokemon every Smash doesn't always apply, because we did get Incineroar. But it's like we got a new Fire Emblem character because we got Chrom. So we always get a new Fire Emblem, a new Pokemon. But the Fire Emblem character was an Echo, so maybe he felt like he needed to add in Byleth. But also Byleth is like, you know, a big deal because Fire Emblem 3 Houses is a big deal. But isn't Pokemon Sword and Shield a big deal? So you think a Pokemon Sword and Shield character would be put in too, right? So to me, I feel like a Pokemon Sword and Shield character is a no-brainer. I feel like it's obvious that we're going to get a Sword and Shield character, at least in the form as a DLC. So I don't know. Maybe we won't, but maybe we just won't. But I want one. I want Sword and Shield in the game. I mean, at least I think it makes the most sense. I think I don't really want it, but I just think it's obvious, right? So, but also, Pokemon characters are sometimes some of the most unique, fun characters in the game. So, you know, some of my favorite characters are Pokemon. I mean, I love Incineroar, and I don't even like Sun and Moon. So, I haven't liked Pokemon in years. I think the last fun Pokemon game for me personally was like X and Y, and I'm good with my boy Greninja, But I don't really tip. I didn't like Sun and Moon, and I didn't even try Sword and Shield, and it doesn't look like it's my kind of game. So, either way, I don't know who's coming next. But and that's the exciting part is I have no fucking idea. After Sephiroth, I'm just speechless. So it could be anything. I have a feeling it's going to be a fan favorite though, because we've predicted so many things. Like we've said Crash, we've said Doom Guy, and I feel like some of those are kind of like, yeah, that could happen. I do think Doom Guy has not as strong of a chance because the Vault Boy is already been put in the game, and I feel like if they were going to put in Doom Guy, then Vault Boy would be put in with him and not separate. But I don't know. Sometimes they do that. I mean, there were certain Sega characters and Capcom characters that were released with other characters that make no sense. Like those Mii costumes just kind of came out with random characters. So it could happen. You know, it's not like I don't know. Maybe there'll be other Doom Mii costumes that come out alongside Doomslayer. But I feel like if they make a Doomslayer character, then all the Mii's won't be specific to Doom. The only time that ever happened was with Hero from Dragon Quest. That was the only time every single Mii revolved around that character. You know, every other time it's been like characters from that same company, but from different games, or characters who are similar, who make sense to come out around that time. Or when it was Banjo and Steve, they just like released like a bunch of random, or Min Min as well. It's released kind of like a bunch of random shit that doesn't go around with anything. So I don't know, but also, oh yeah, well we won't know the Mii characters until we see the Sakurai Presents, so we won't know what Mii costumes are coming. So, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm done rambling and wasting your guys' time. I'm excited, and I know you guys are too. So anyway, I'm gonna end this video here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.